Just your average check-in on the house hunt.
It's going okay. Because we bought a house.
We bought a house! Scotty and I are going to see another house. No strings attached. We're putting in an offer on a home. Scotty and I have just arrived at another home. I feel like the right one's coming. And I feel like it's gonna be like soon-ish. Who knows? So good for the vlog.
So good!
So guys, that's our news. We bought a house.
It's a long process. It was almost 10 months, I think, of looking.
Yeah, which also goes to show that this process takes time and there is so much learning in the in-between. So this video, basically, we're gonna take you through many of the moments, not all of the homes that we saw, but many of the homes that we saw. And there are tons of takeaways, like photos can be misleading and you really have to go in and feel the home. But then on the other side of things, there are so many things that we didn't realize we needed to have prepared before actually making a purchase or even just putting in an offer.
Yeah, and tons of like great conversations to have with your partner, to have with your real estate. We'll like talk about those later on, but why don't we get to it? Let's go back to what, 2021?
Let's go to our first house viewing ever. So that was our very first house viewing together ever, and we learned a lot. We learned that you definitely have to go and see a house, for goodness sake, because the photos just made things seem so different, like especially when people are using wide angle lenses. The backyard felt in the photos that it was gonna go on forever. And then we saw so many things inside the house that we like didn't see in photos.
Yeah, it was just a great learning experience for us to just check out what we thought was like a dream house and then be like, oh, well, there's some nightmares to this dream.
Do you know it's hard too? Because originally this one, we were looking at it and originally the perception was that it was out of our budget range. A couple of things changed, but we weren't gonna go see it because we didn't want to get heartbroken. We didn't want to go and see a house that was outside of our price range. Of course, it's like no bride wants to try on the wedding dress she can't afford to walk down the island. But I mean, now I'm so glad we did go see it, even though we were like on the bubble of being like, what is this going to be at? Because it kind of debunked our rose-colored glasses for the house.
Totally, yeah, I totally agree.
That's just the first one.
So that was the first house we ever saw. You can see clips of Rosie. She was so tiny. She's like biting the bone next to me right now. But what do you think the first or the biggest takeaway that was from seeing a home for the first time and thinking, should we buy this place?
Yeah, I put it in the vlog when I was vlogging. I was basically saying, oh my gosh, pictures can be so misleading. Like a fisheye lens does a lot for a backyard. And the thing about seeing a house and getting hyped up to go see it is even if you think it's maybe a little bit out of your range or a little bit out of the geography, but you're still super stoked about it, go and see it. Because as I said in the vlog, because we saw it, it took off the rose-colored glasses. We were able to really see it for what it was, and that I think was the biggest takeaway from just going to see our first home.
It was really funny because Amanda would always get real high, and I would be like real like stoked.
You'll see that a lot in this
I would
video.
be real stoked about it. And so it's just great things to learn from each other as like partners, thinking about making one of the biggest purchases you ever can together. But yeah, definitely photos can be misleading. And then the other thing is, yeah, just almost have like level set expectations because of those photos. So just go in, open eyes, without those rose-colored glasses. For example, in this one, I remember one of the biggest takeaways is thinking, oh, I bet this would be great with a basement. I wonder what they've done with the basement.
Oh yeah, I didn't have any clips of that.
So the basement was like almost like just bigger than a crawl space.
Unfinished, crouching down.
And maybe some concerns about the foundation. So again, go in with not low expectations, but just be like, let's see what this house has to offer, you know? Don't picture your entire life there. That can be like the easiest trap. This one does that a bit. Just think like, okay, what does this home have to offer? Let's just see what it has.
Yeah, my advice might be different, but let's see the next one. Fixing your lawyer? I'm like, fixing my hair. I'm like, oh, am I gonna be on video? Oh, so we were just talking. Oh my god, we love this house. It is such a cutie pie. It is such a cutie pie. This bathroom is so nice as well. Wow. That's so nice.
Just photobombing each one.
Yeah. Look at this tiny little thing. Oh, I love this little setup. The big window for me, really. I love that. That's what that. Oh, this is so nice. The strung lights. Oh yeah, and you can angle them. Look, it's like run up here. I'm getting way too invested in this home.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is bad. And it's got a lilac bush. Oh man, way different than the last house we saw, I'll tell you. But to be honest, there are quite a lot of cars here. And if you guys have never looked at houses before, you guys leave your card. Like your card, and we saw quite a few cards on the counter, so I have done a very poor job of mentally dissociating from this. No strings attached. And I absolutely love it. Scott's like, okay, being so realistic. Sarah's like so good about it, and I'm just like, oh, my life is gonna be here. Thanks, Sarah. This one, as you can tell, I loved. I love this house so much, but what is the saying, like, too big for your britches? Like, I just was picturing my life there immediately. This is the second house we went into. It was so much better than the first one we had seen, but my reality bubble was right about to burst.
Yeah, this is a good lesson in, so this is the one that had 2 bedrooms, right?
Yes, but no ensuite.
And so that's the thing, it's like, even though this home was beautiful, we loved this like cozy cottage feel that I'm sure you get like that aesthetic vibe of. But I mean, 2 rooms, we wanted a house we could grow more into. And so it was a good lesson for us to be like, why torture ourselves seeing a 2-bedroom home when we know we need more than that? Like, we're just disappointing ourselves by seeing something we really like, but no, it's not necessarily realistic for us.
Yeah, like when you are making that purchase and when you were looking at homes, for us, there were many towns almost that looked amazing, like a house, right? But for us, moving from our condo apartment, which I heard is it called a masonry apartment or something? I learned
it
what
was
it was
French
called the other day.
sounding. We'll drop it
Oh,
here.
masonette.
There you go.
A
Title,
masonette.
Masonette.
It really would have felt like a lateral move. And though this home was definitely a step up in terms of where we want our life to grow, it actually could have been more of a lateral move.
Yeah.
Quick note on this, if you do love decor or anything like that, especially when homes, you're gonna go see them, they're gonna be staged. So they're very specific in terms of decor. If you love it, take a picture, because that may be your home in the future, or you could bring that style into a future home.
I would also say a good lesson here is seeing more homes gives you a better appreciation for everything there has to offer. We all know that one person who like only sticks to one thing on the menu or something, and they refuse to budge because they're like, oh, but this is what I like. Like, I just like this. But then you introduce them to all the flavors of ice cream and they get to experience more things. This is just like that. Sure, you might fall in love with the first home you see, but trust me, as our realtor Sarah said, like, the right home is waiting for you, and it's likely not the first one, probably not even the second or third one.
That's true. So as Scotty said earlier, emotions were definitely one of my biggest hurdles to overcome at the beginning of this process, me being so new to it, you having done it before. But how do you feel about that past, Scotty?
So hard to say. Really liked it. It's really cute, but it's small. It's probably at the top of our budget, but it's done to the nines. So Sarah, our realtor, is giving us great advice, which is just basically like price, location, and I guess how well done up it is on the inside. You can't get all 3. And there's stuff we have to do here too. Like, so offer presentations in 2 days. We're hearing back from a mortgage broker, probably maybe today or tomorrow. Yeah. And I mean, if we put an offer in, that means we would have to, I know, it means we'd have to do a lot here to get ready to sell. So there's a lot to consider.
So that's our little update on the first house that we saw that we're actually like, ooh, maybe we'll put an offer in.
Figuring out all of the steps that go on behind the scenes before you actually even make an offer is one of the biggest parts about first home buyership, I think.
Yeah, so even though your mortgage might work out, you might get approved for a mortgage. Here in Canada, where we live, especially in Ontario, where we live, you gotta be able to put 5% down in 24 hours of whatever the accepting price is. So you gotta have that liquid, you gotta have that cash.
It is quick.
Yeah.
It is so quick. I'm gonna mention that a little bit later as well. But in this next clip, we're really just, Why lion?
There is a basket of
Why?
toys. Maybe
Why lion?
20 toys, and that's the loudest one she could have chosen.
So in this situation, we were very fresh and we just weren't ready to start doing the whole bidding process. It's a rainy day. Scotty and I are going to see another house, and what is so exciting about this one is it's in the same neighborhood you grew up.
Mm-hmm. That's where I grew up.
And this is where I grew up. We can't show you because of safety.
That's right. I was like, I can't tell you. Just in case.
But the house hunting journey has been exciting because we've been set up with our realtor, and every single day we get notifications on what's new. And what was kind of special about this one is Scotty was taking Rosie out for a little pee, and he came in and was like, oh, I really have to show you this one place in Oakville. And
We'll bleep that.
and I had just favorited the exact same one, so we were both on the same page. So
yeah, I was glad you had no bias from me going into that, so it's cool that you liked it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it was really cool that we both were in agreement. So far though, we're kind of still at the point where we know we still have a couple of things to do at our place, but I feel excited about this one, but I know a lot of people say don't get too attached and everything like that. But I was watching Carrie Rad's video about her and Alex looking for a house in New Zealand, and she coined it so perfectly. Like, how do you not get attached? You are thinking about your life unfolding, and this is the biggest purchase you're ever gonna make. So I almost feel as though it's okay to get attached and then detach, and it's just gonna be a roller coaster the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Let's get ready to go.
Throughout the summer, we actually ended up seeing a good handful more homes, but because it was summer, it was so easy to kind of just head on out, we really started to expand our neighborhood knowledge, and not only that, but our builder knowledge. So for Scotty and I, there were some like ranch homes that we would see, or like a double split, and we really started to kind of key in like, oh, we actually don't really want to home this specific structure because it excludes an ensuite or whatever it might be. So that knowledge was helpful.
Another great tip there is when you're seeing a new home in a neighborhood maybe you're not as familiar with, go back to it and just walk around. We did that a couple times where we just pull up to the curb near the house and then just walk around at different parts of the day. For example, maybe you're not aware that this is a huge traffic school bus route. And so that every, like after school and before school, that like traffic would shut down and would make going places impossible. Or if you're in the city, just see maybe this isn't the best area at night, or you maybe wouldn't feel safe, going on a run at night. It's definitely good to see it at different points of the day and just familiarize. On a flip side of that, we found a couple neighborhoods that were like hidden gems where there was new developments where we said, oh, this isn't just a bunch of, dirt and buildings that don't have a lot of like character to them. We found some hidden ones that were beautiful, and we were like, oh, we could raise a really nice young family here. So definitely explore, even if it's your own backyard and you feel pretty comfortable with it. Take a look around at different neighborhoods. Even in the summer, we would take Rosie for a walk in the neighborhood or in the surrounding parks. It would just be like, oh, we could live here. It was really, really nice. Be like, oh, there's more dogs here. She'd like that. Yeah, it's good. But I feel like now is a really good time to talk about neighborhoods. So with us in Ontario again, we were able to get set up with emails every morning of all the new listings that would come out. And we got to choose the neighborhoods or regions that would come to us. So we chose a couple because we didn't want to be too particular about the neighborhoods we wanted to live in. We just wanted to see everything that was out there. And I encourage you guys to do the same, especially in the new world of remote working, which is becoming more of a norm. Broaden your horizons. You don't necessarily have to look in one spot. If you could be 20 minutes away from maybe your ideal location, but that price goes down by 6 figures. And you get a bigger home, you have more money to play with to do renovations or to make it more of your house, your home, definitely consider it. Yeah, it's almost like have your pinpoint spot radius and then make it out a little bit more, and it might just give you a little bit more opportunity to see more listings. That being said, if neighborhoods are super important to you, we mentioned this earlier, you can't just pick up your home and move it to your ideal neighborhood. So you got to make trade-offs somewhere. So it might be price and location, and then you're gonna fix it up later. Yeah, exactly. Scotty and I are going to see a house real quick. It literally came on the market today. And some of the homes that we have been seeing literally in this area that we're looking at, it'll come on the market that day and sell. And it didn't even come on the market earlier this morning, literally this afternoon. So how do you feel about that, Scotty? Good? Excited. Interesting to see. We didn't end up liking that one. We didn't end up putting an offer in, but there's one house that we saw that was
a disaster. I thought I had a clip of it. I guarantee I do. It's probably buried in Scotty's camera roll somewhere or on some hard drive, but you have to tell the story.
Because this was a huge home with a huge backyard.
Great neighborhood.
And then when we walked in...
And we saw so much potential.
Yeah. But you walk in and it just reeked of smoke. To the point where our realtor was saying, you would have to tear down the walls and the insulation because, no exaggeration, the homeowners probably had been smoking in that home for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, like it was yellow. There was mold all in the windowsills.
There was like burn marks on the carpets. Like I think they were smoking in beds. There was like ash on the carpets. So that home, you would have to put so much money into above that. And it went even like shockingly like hundreds of thousands of dollars over what we even thought it would go for.
Yeah,
it crazy.
did. Because in that neighborhood, no house had been for sale for like 20 years. Sarah was saying it was insane. And that house ended up getting something like 44 offers. And it was the one that we walked away being like, ooh.
Because you could see though, if you were a renovator, that would be a dream come true. Because you're like, yeah, I'll get this. And I can do it in my spare time. That's what Sarah said, our agent. She said, a renovator is going to come in and just be like, I'll buy this, I'll flip it. I know down the road I'm going to make a profit on it, and I'll just sit on it until I make all the renos I want.
Yeah, and no worries, guys. We did get all of those tips. Oh, you could do an ozone filter and all of that. No, babe. No, babe.
It was really scary.
No, babe.
Do you remember the basement? The basement had this pirate theme to it.
Yeah, it had pirates in it, so that was a hard path.
And not fun pirates, like almost clownish pirates, so that it was, I could never go in that basement. It would be a nightmare.
Yeah, there was like ropes going, it was wild.
It wasn't good.
Anyways, that is another note. You're gonna go into a house, you're going to check out the look. Is it similar to the pictures? You're gonna check out the feel. Could I feel myself living here? And you're gonna smell it. And then we saw Humphrey. Scotty and I have just arrived at another home, and we really like this one.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do, I'll do anything.
This is a very big day for these two little schmeeks.
The Tom Holland haircut I like is Infinity War. It's a little part in the middle, so you keep it long on the sides.
This is actually for our house vlog. But recently on Scotty's TikTok, he was told that he looked like Tom Holland, so now we have dove into a wormhole of him looking up Tom Holland haircuts.
Though. See, that's too much. I don't like the length here, but this is great.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Oh, yeah.
And guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I need a haircut. So.
Anyways, today we are putting in...
I don't want to be your support emotionally or physically.
Today we're putting in our first offer on the house!
Sugar, don't say that.
Oh, shit. We love our neighbor so much, and our windows are open, and I just yelled, we're putting in an offer on a house, and she is, like, gonna be devastated. Anyways, we are... just breeze right past that. Anyways, today we're putting our first offer in on a house. Who knows what could happen? Our lives could totally change, or nothing could change at all, but it's so crazy to be at this step I took some behind the scenes.
Like literally moments before this, we were like, we just can't yell it because we don't want our downstairs neighbor to be upset. But it is about us. It is about us.
Well, it is about us. It's about our life.
It's
and
always about us.
Who knows what will happen? Future Amanda and Scott will tell you. It just cuts to me like bawling.
Very real possibility.
Yeah.
It's a really nice house. It's the one from this moment when we pulled in the driveway.
Scotty and I have just arrived at another home, and we really like this one.
And so we were so excited to see it, but this was our immediate reaction after we saw it.
Okay, wow, it was so gorgeous inside. This is one where we're kind of like, that would be very ideal. We have our
Oh, there's just a big dog on the lawn.
just a really big, oh, that's a big dog. But it is so hard because I immediately get emotionally involved because I want to be able to see myself living there. I'm sure you guys have also experienced that, but Scotty's really good at keeping a level head. So
Let's look over here. These ones are really nice too. Look at this one.
fingers crossed.
So we've decided we're gonna put in an offer. Wish us luck. Wish past Amanda and Scott luck.
Let us know how it goes. Let me sign mine.
I feel like I look like a wreck right now, but I'm feeling a little bit like out of sorts as well. So we've officially registered our offer, which is so crazy. And there is another offer registered. It is currently, it's almost 1. And yeah, it's 12:53. And the registration ends at 2, and then the offer presentation is at 3. So we won't find out until later, but at least our hat is in the ring, so wish us luck. I guess actually I kind of want to elaborate a little bit more. This process is a really emotional time, and there's a lot to consider, and it's all about moving your life, but you don't really know, and you're going up against other people, but you don't want to get stuck in this like battle. So there's just a lot of emotions wrapped into it. So if you are also approaching this process, or you've just recently been through it and you totally understand, it's just like Scott keeps saying, it's a very much hurry up and wait process. Like you hurry up and you get all your info together and you get all ready and you're like, here's our stuff. And then you've got to wait because you're waiting on other people. You're waiting to hear back. And you're just waiting to hear. I personally am feeling mixed emotions. I have a lot of hope, but also I'm trying to keep a level head about it. But I just can't believe that we're putting in an offer on a home. It's crazy. It is now 2:22, and so far there have only been 3 registered people to basically put in their very own offer. And Scotty has just finished writing up a little letter. Sarah recommended maybe just putting a little letter. So Scott actually put it very eloquently in his first line, saying, put faces to the numbers. So this will all go down at 3, and we're just waiting on Sarah. She's gonna give us a little call. I had to go have a shower because I was just so overwhelmed with emotions. And as you can tell, Rosie is as well extremely overwhelmed with emotions. Like simply cannot take on any more today. Oh my goodness gracious.
All right, we have just officially signed these docs and sent them off. You finished signing.
Perfect. Okay, and I will be getting my part to sign right now, and Mariah's gonna click through for me.
Cool.
And then, yeah, it's right before I send it, I'm just gonna call Mike one more time and be like, okay, this is our offer.
Wow.
I feel like we made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, immediately.
What have we done?
What have we done?
How do I cancel it? Unsend it.
I feel a little bit more at ease now that the number's there, because then it's just like, well, like that's our offer and we'll see what happens.
It was so handy that phone call came in about my uncle's inheritance.
Oh yeah?
In that foreign country.
Oh, or that email, yeah, how you're like now gonna be like a king and like whatever.
That's right, a king
Yeah.
in some forgotten royal lineage.
What's it time for?
Hurry up and wait time.
Hurry up and wait, baby.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Hi. I'm good, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Thank you.
We're like, good, how are you? How are the nerves?
He just texted me and he said, at this point we are the lowest.
Okay.
Oh.
Because he's going to be giving us a chance to improve.
So the realistic part about buying a home is
I mean, you're in a totally like anomaly kind of scenario if it's just smooth sailing. Obviously, we're emotionally invested in this home, and that's why we are putting serious money down. But we were just told we have the lowest offer out of the 3. So we got a chance to basically like give it our all. So our highest offer, we're going in with it. And if someone bids more, then they just want it more, and it wasn't the one for us. And
Bleep this part out. Sorry for swearing.
And this is obviously just such a good learning spot, but I didn't want to not include this part of the journey because we've never gotten this far before, and it's okay to be disappointed because that means you really wanted it.
There'll always be other homes.
There'll always be other homes.
And you're keeping your money, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, man, it would suck if you didn't get to keep your money when you put it.
Oh, baby.
You're just all out.
That's what it feels like as our like age demographic.
No, you get to keep it.
Yeah, so we'll let you know how it goes, but if we don't get this one, it wasn't the one, and thankfully at the end of this whole video, there will have been one, because that's the point of this video. So, I'm trying not to look too disappointed.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, so he said not a point to get it in writing.
Okay.
And then he said that the highest offer is actually 6 figures off of our original offer.
What?
That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
me, despite being disappointed, it makes me feel good.
Insane.
Yeah. Honestly, it makes me feel good though. And like I really
Yeah.
think that is considerate that he didn't make us wait, you know? That he's like, this
Yeah.
is what it is.
Exactly.
I just want to add the tiniest side note that if you don't end up getting to spend all of your money on a house, buy yourself a nice dinner. It truly takes away some of the pain.
It wasn't the last house we put an offer in. I did notice a change in you that kind of jaded you a bit to it because you were just disappointed.
I thought it was helpful though.
Totally.
I rather have my heart broken and know that I found a house that I could see my life in than never, have that strong of emotion.
And I think as your partner, and that's what I was trying to protect you of previously, because I knew you would have big dreams and get your heart invested so much in a place. So I think that was, it was like a nice level set for you to be like, okay, here's how these things go.
I can fall in love. This is a roller coaster, but I can buy a ticket for another roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's be fine.
Speaking of this is how things go, well, like we said, this wasn't the last one we did. There was another one we put an offer in on, and that one had over 20 offers.
Yeah, it was 21 offers, and every single time one would come in, because we'd put in an offer, Sarah would be like, this many offers, and we'd be like, oh, this many offers, oh my God.
And that one went, I think like 300 grand over asking.
$355,000 over asking. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was really nice. But yeah, that's when there's a bunch of offers like that, and you just got to learn, like, if someone's going to overbid for this house because we wouldn't put this much in, go right ahead. It's yours.
Yeah.
Hello, you guys. It's been so long since Scotty and I have given you an update on our house hunting journey. I guess since maybe the last time we put in an offer and we were like, oh, people bid a lot of money on homes. We're actually going to go see another house right now, and what are your feelings towards this house hunting journey? Now we're heading into spring, so it's a bit different.
I feel a little more optimistic. It was so scarce on the market. So it was really a seller's market because there's just nothing out there.
Yeah.
Look at this backlighting right now.
I know, you're like a shadow of a being.
There's just nothing out there. So now that there's more, every day we see more and more houses, now it feels more optimistic, I think.
It's so true. And now I guess there's a little bit more opportunity to be a little picky, but we still have some things that we want to do at our house just to make it super easy to sell. So I was talking to my dad today. We most recently got this light that we actually ordered in September. It is now the end of February that it finally came in. So we're gonna be putting that up and doing some little renos in our bathroom. So I feel like though things are coming and things are changing, also just along this path of getting approvals and things like that, and maybe you guys are on this route too of getting your house ready, every little step gets you closer and closer to finding the right one. And whether you believe in, magic or the universe looking out for you, I honestly feel like getting all of this time, it's given us the opportunity to really make the renos that we want to make in our house, to get the most out of it, and I feel like the right one's coming, and I feel like it's gonna be soon-ish. Who knows? I don't want to jinx it.
Let's go see his house.
So the quick abbreviated story, we go and see this house at 4 p.m. We're feeling good. This was an off-market sale, so super kudos to our real estate agent and very good friend, Sarah. She ended up connecting with a fellow real estate agent on a Facebook group and basically was listing what her clients were looking for, and they connected, and it was actually Victoria, the other real estate agent's home. So we got to go see it, but there was another couple that was gonna go see it, and we saw it at 4 p.m.
Yeah, it was a private sale. We saw it at 4 p.m. We were in there
30 minutes.
30 minutes max.
The next couple comes right after us, but we didn't see them.
We didn't even take pictures. We just took video. Honestly, I was like, this house is way too nice for us. Amanda loved it because her
I
name
was
is
like, this
Humphrey.
is so nice.
Yeah.
Scotty was like, this is nice, but absolutely so stoic, no emotion, because he was like, inside, we're not gonna get this house, and now I gotta deal with this chick.
And then we had to rush out to dinner because it was your dad's birthday dinner.
Yeah, so we go to the Keg. It's my dad's birthday dinner, so fun. Scotty and I know we're gonna put an offer in. Sarah gives us the suggestion.
We do the offer at the table.
We do the, like, a DocuSign, guys. Get used to it if you're gonna buy a house. We're doing
Life-changing.
that at the table. But Sarah was basically like, okay, let's get this offer in really quick, really strong, because it actually might scare off the other people, because we were hoping we could just private sale this, bing, bang, boom, and we wouldn't have to go up against anyone. But no matter what, the other people were seeing the value in this home, and they also put in an offer.
So we waited. We did some dessert.
We had some dessert.
Then the check came.
Yeah.
And then it was time to go.
Yeah, and we're leaving the restaurant, and my parents are like, okay, like, let us know how it goes, because Sarah's sending us messages to sign all this stuff, and she's like, we'll find out tonight. And if this had been, no word of a lie, 5 minutes later, we would have missed this magical movie moment where we walk out of the restaurant and this happens.
What'd we get?
Oh my goodness! Are you filming this?
Yeah!
My dad just pulled out the phone and he's like filming it. I'm like, this is so good for the vlog.
So good!
Wait, Sarah, can you say that again?
Which part?
The part where we got it.
Oh my gosh. So I called her and I was like, hi, like I know you're still reviewing, but like I was just reading over the offer and I noticed that I deleted one line. And she's like, okay, oh thank you, I didn't notice that, but can you send it to me right now? Like fixed? And I was like, no problem. So I sent it to her immediately. But my first thought was like, oh, like it's
Your tears are gonna freeze.
I wonder why she didn't send it back to
Oh
her.
my goodness. My mom's bawling right now.
The new homeowners.
Oh, Sarah says happy birthday.
Thanks, Sarah.
Wow, this is the craziest thing ever.
So yeah, we got to basically scream across the parking lot at my parents. They were going into their car and we were like, we got the house. And the part that wasn't on camera, because my dad ran over with his camera and started filming, was basically me picking up the phone saying, hi Sarah, how are you? And she's basically like...
She was holding her cards close to her chest. She was like,
Yeah.
hey, how's your night going?
Yeah,
And we're like,
we were like,
"Good?"
oh no.
Yeah, I thought we didn't get it.
Yeah, and she basically says, how does it feel to be a homeowner now? And we were just like, what?
It was
Like,
crazy.
So excited. And so we called to my parents, we got the house, like across the parking lot. And it was so cool. We all group hugged. Like Sarah was like on speaker.
Amanda's mom's crying. She's so happy, so excited. It was great. And then we jumped in the car and we're like,
Oh my God.
okay, we gotta get some stuff moving.
Yeah, because like Scotty said earlier, literally within 24 hours of accepting an offer, you now owe 5% of the total purchase price of your offer on the home to the current resident. So we just were like, okay, let's get this all together and figure this out and go to the bank tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's the Ontario rules. Might be different wherever you're watching in the country, but that's how it worked for us.
And this is how we felt in that moment.
Just your average check-in on the house hunt.
It's going okay. Because we bought a house.
We bought a house! We just
We just did the money part.
Yeah, we just did the deposit part.
Yeah.
The part you have to submit 5% 24 hours after signing all the papers. And everyone at the bank was so nice. It was so fun just being like, we are taking all this money because we bought a house, and they're all
they're
so nice.
The customer was like, I'm sorry for overhearing, but congratulations.
Yeah.
And I said, mind your business.
I hope you guys heard that. That was very Scotty. Yeah, that was so kind, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about this process and give you a house tour an empty house tour. That's always so fun.
That'll be in a little bit though.
That will be in a little bit, and this vlog will be in a little bit as well, but we're gonna go do a little drive-by. It is March 1st, and we are homeowners.
Meteorological spring.
Meteorological spring.
And we said we'd buy a house in the spring.
We did. I hope you're all doing well, and I can't wait to have you along on this little journey with us. Thank you for being here this long, because as you know, it has been a lot of work, and hats off to Sarah. Side note, this is just for my own memes. This doesn't feel real. I just wanted to like add in a little extra note of how I'm feeling, and this morning I woke up at 7 a.m. and it was like, bing! I'm awake. Oh my God, we bought a house. This is so crazy. And both of us are truly on cloud 9 because Scotty keeps his cards so close to his chest when it comes to like talking about getting a house, just because, as you've seen, we've been disappointed.
One of us doesn't.
One of us puts a lot of emotion into it, me. And because I want to picture myself living there, as I'm sure I've said in this vlog before. But now we can finally do it. And the fact that like we get 3 walkthroughs in the house before we actually get it in May. And now we can actually start dreaming up those things. And you know, when you walk through a house or whatever, if you're looking, you're like, oh, we could put this here or do that there. We can do that for real now. So I'm truly feeling on cloud 9, and it's so amazing. Even though you see your bank account just like drop so dramatically, it's a good reminder that it's like, that's what you're saving for, right? These steps in life. And I just feel a lot of privilege and a lot of honor to be able to take this step with this guy. This kid and I are going to see our house for the first time, knowing that it's ours. It's gonna be so different. I think that this is really different because the first time we saw it, obviously, that's when you're figuring out, okay, like, should we put a bid on this? Can we get this? All the emotions, like picturing your life and stuff like that. But this time,
Try Meg.
that's the person's license plate in front. This time,
Try Meg.
oh my God. This time we get to bring our parents, and Sarah's coming, and it's gonna be so fun. So it's 5:30, so we're in a little bit of rush hour traffic. Wish we had left a little earlier.
We always do.
We always do, but I can't wait to see it. I probably won't vlog too much in there because I just really want to also respect the people who are currently living there, but might just vlog little bits of people's reactions, less like showing you around, because that will be in a different video. But we're very excited. Look how excited he is.
I just hope we don't hate it.
Oh my gosh. We're very excited. It's a little doodle. Yay!
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
It was so cute.
It was great.
It was really cool seeing it with our parents, and I can't wait to show you guys. Let us know. I was thinking of doing like an empty house tour, and I think that would be really, really cool, because then you'd be able to see the progress. We'd be able to have it forever. We could even do like an empty house tour and maybe put in some of the inspiration of where we want to go with things. I feel like that could be cool, because then you could be like, oh, did we do it, or did we change our minds, or did we find something cooler? I don't know, did styles change? I feel like quiet, like I feel like I'm like really internally thinking right now because I'm just like overwhelmed with like joy. We know it's really, really tough out there to get a house, so total sympathies to you if you are currently looking for your next home or your forever home. We totally get it. As you can see from this video, we were searching for literally a year.
Yeah, months. Disappointments, ups and downs, and so yeah, we feel very, very grateful. We don't take it for granted that we are very fortunate that we were able to get this home.
Yeah, and that we both are just so excited, and we're both really excited too to take you guys along with us. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them in the comments below. If you currently bought a home or anything like that, share your excitement with us. I am thrilled because this means there's gonna be so much more lifestyle content and many moving vlogs in the works. And if you haven't seen our apartment tour, please do watch it. It's right above. And there's also a video coming out next of us packing this place up, and even the background that you're seeing right now is our home stage.
Yes.
So we'll take you on a tour, and I'll do another video basically giving you some tips if you're staging your home.
Is that good?
That's great.
Please like and subscribe, and without further ado, we'll see you in our next video.
Am I waving?
Bye, guys.